Hi everybody, Ina is taking a nap, so I am taking a moment to make a little video and let you know what I have been doing over at Kelli Slack Designs. So I am finishing up my boxwood cardigan sweater knit along with Black Sheep Fiber Emporium, and here is my sweater. I have my lovely sleeves and my nice collar, and you'll notice that I have this interesting flap on the inside. This is for my zipper casing. So as I talk about in my other video, I am actually putting a zipper in instead of using buttons in my sweater. And remember to use a separating zipper if you choose to put a zipper in your sweater instead of having buttons for your cardigans. It's very important that it's separating so that the zipper comes apart. Very important that. And what I do when I am converting patterns that have buttons is I make sure that I go ahead and I knit my edging as normal with no holes in it, and then I go back in and I pick up stitches along that inside edge as close to the edge as I can get, and I do just a short stockinette flap of knitting, and I will use this to hide my zipper casing, and I will use this to stitch on. I'll actually put this through my sewing machine and sandwich my zipper piece in here, and I'll use pins and I'll do a little bit of basting, but not much, before I send it through my machine very slowly because I want to make sure that the fabric doesn't move too much. And I will go ahead and sew that zipper in so that I have a very nice zipper in my cardigan. And what it will do is it'll actually hide in that casing, because I knit the casing just a couple of rows shorter than what my edging is, so that the zipper sandwiches down in between. It's one of my favorite ways to finish a sweater. I tend to wear the zippered sweaters much better than I wear my sweaters that have buttons on it. There's just something about being able to fully zip or partially zip a sweater that just speaks to my soul personally. So a lot of times when I have a sweater that calls for buttons, I will go ahead and alter that and change it into a zippered sweater, just for my own personal use. So anyway, and as I told everybody else, my very well-intentioned husband was trying to help me out, and my sweater didn't end up quite as relaxed as I intended, because he very kindly moved my items from the washer to the dryer without realizing that I had put in a load that included all of my under things, which I wash on delicate, and my wool sweaters. Luckily, I only had the one wool sweater in there, but he dried it on delicate, and luckily he didn't dry it all the way. He sort of damp dried it, and it's partially my fault, because I try to make sure that when I put hand knits in my top loading washer and wash them on delicate, that I have the time to pull them out right away and go ahead and block them and take care of them. And you know, I love Ina. She takes a lot of my time though, and I totally forgot that I had that load of laundry in the washer and I needed to take care of it. So anyway, he was trying to help out, and he put my poor sweater through the dryer. So it's ended up just a little fuzzier than it was meant to be, and the holes are just a little bit more closed than they should have been, and it looks a little more well-loved already than it was meant to, since it hasn't even been worn yet. But one of the good things is that, boy, this sweater, those ends are never coming out, man. They are felted in there. I can tell you for certain those ends are never popping out. So that is one of the good things about using good wool, is you put your ends in properly and they'll felt right in. So anyway, something else that I think I talked about was I was making a sweater for Ina, and this one, it got washed in the washer, but I hand dried this, right? Laid it out, blocked it so it looked nice. And didn't it turn out cute? I love this little thing. So this is a pattern and product that will be coming up soon. I don't quite have the pattern done for it yet. I'll be sending it off to my test knitter as soon as I can, but sweater sizing takes quite a while, I'll tell you that. And then here's something else I'm working on. This is just a little collaboration with my friends at Pearly Shell. Hi Heather, hi Danielle. I brought some yarn and roving from pearly shell out here to the Midwest at a show I was vending, and I had this skein that was a little bit felted. So Heather said, hey, Kelly, why don't you just go ahead and keep that? And I said, okay, I'll make a pattern for you. So this is going to be just a little free pattern. It's a little 70-yard cowl made out of hand-spun Angora. And you'll see there is just a little bit of glitz and glimmer in there. I think that it was one strand of Angora and one strand of like a gold thread that was plied together. And anyway, this is a really simple, fast little cowl. Anytime you're working with Angora, you have to knit it on larger needles because this stuff is warm. Like it's on my hand right now. My hand is starting to sweat. And my house isn't that warm. But it is warm stuff. So anyway, this is going to be just a fast, easy little cowl pattern that it will be available on Ravelry, but will also be available in Heather's shop. I'm going to make it a free pattern, something fast and simple. It's a great way to try some Angora, try some luxury fiber, play with some hand spun, and really enjoy the beauty that is Angora. And then I haven't even blocked these yet. I haven't cut my tails, see my little tails. But I also might have stolen, borrowed, yeah, it's kind of stealing, some of her bunny tails, which are a mixture of her Angora and wool that is blended into yarn that she has milled. And she actually took these and made what she calls bunny tails. So they're little 20-gram skeins, and they're like a touch of luxury that you can add to another project. But I looked at them and I thought, oh no, there's enough yarn in there to make some mitts. So it does take 2 bunny tails to make 2 mitts. But I actually had yarn left over, so you definitely could have made a larger size mitt. If you'd wanted, you could have added another row or 2 to make them a little longer. You could have made the cuff a little longer before you started. But this is also just a fun little pattern that I am going to, again, make free. You'll be able to get this free on Ravelry. And it's also going to be free at Heather's shop. So if you are at Pearly Shell in the next month or so, there should be a little free pattern available for what I'm calling my quirky hearts mitts, because it is kind of a quirky thing and they are just a little bit fun. So yes, thank you, Abby. I know. Thank you. So, and boy, those are warm too, I'll tell you what. Woo, that Angora makes you toasty. So anyway, those are some of the projects that I have had going on in the last few months, some of the things that are coming up, some things that you can look forward to. I love doing collaborations. I am working on another collaboration with Crystal of Lilliput Yarns. I don't know if she follows my YouTube, but hey, Crystal, just in case you do. I have a skein from her that I have been mulling, and I cannot wait to really turn my creative juices onto that so that I can make something fun. I also have some things coming up again for Black Sheep Fiber Emporium. I'm working on a great scarf in the Portland Community College yarn. It's bouncy, it's springy, it's all knits and pearls, and it's just really, really fun to knit because there's just enough challenge to keep you going and yet just enough rhythm to it. You can kind of follow your pattern without needing to chart too much. So anyway, I have lots of things coming up and I can't wait to share those with you. Don't forget to follow my YouTube channel. I need to put up some more videos related to that sampler along and the classes that we had there. So I'll be working on that in the next few weeks. I am trying to get caught up with everything, but you know, life gets away from you and I have lots of irons in the fire. So anyway, if you have any questions, don't forget to contact me. I'm Kelli at KelliSlackDesigns.com. You can go to KelliSlackDesigns.com and check out some of the patterns that I've been doing, some of the clubs that I have been involved in. I'm putting some kits together. I'm going to be teaching. I'm teaching at Oregon Flock and Fiber again this year. I will be teaching at the International Organization of Lace Inc. conference. I'll be teaching at Shuttlebirds because, hey, I teach tatting too. We have all kinds of fun things planned, and well, I'm just so glad that I finally get to craft a little more now that Ina's a little older, and she gives me a little time during the day when she's napping to get a few things done and to actually have some creative focus time. So anyway, I will try to have Ina here for the next video, but she is very fast now. Boy, that kid, man, she's almost running. She's like not even 14 months just yet, and she's almost running. She's a fast little thing, I'll tell you what. So we'll see if she will deign to sit with me for a little bit while I go ahead and do a video next time. So anyway, keep knitting, have fun. If you have questions, contact me. Don't forget to follow me on YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook. I have a page there. I'm also on Instagram, and if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to let you know I am actually running a buy one get one sale on all of my patterns through my Ravelry store. That's Kelli Slack Designs on Ravelry. Buy one get one through February 14th because I'm just feeling very lovey today and I think that it's appropriate. So it's buy one get one free on all patterns. That is your treat if you made it to the end of the video. Now you know. Buy one get one free, all patterns. It automatically calculates that on Ravelry. You don't even have to put a code in. You just go to my shop, Kelli Slack Designs at Ravelry, and bang. Put 2 patterns in your cart, get 1 free. If you buy 4 patterns, you get 2 patterns free. So, anyway, I will see you guys next time. I'm hoping to make this a little more regular in my updates.